My dear friends, as your bishop, I invite you to join me in supporting the annual Catholic Services Appeal, the CSA. As I stand here in our beautiful Cathedral of St. Andrew, I am reminded of those who came before us centuries ago, the early missionaries and the settlers, who in the midst of great hardship established worshiping communities where they lived out their baptismal promise to further Christ's mission. Because of their commitment and that of their successors to practice their faith and spread the gospel, the Diocese of Grand Rapids was established in 1882. Now, as they were then, we, as God's people, are called through our baptism to proclaim the good news of the Lord throughout our communities so faith may flourish. We know too well that the spiritual and physical hunger of those in need cannot be satisfied by one individual or one parish. Yet, with our combined resources, we are able to bring what we have to the Lord, so that through His grace we may nourish many in sacrament and in service. Your generous support of the Catholic Services Appeal is serving those in our parishes and the broader community in significant ways.
How do I view life from a Christian point of view? How do I view life from a Catholic point of view? So we use all the best curriculum from everywhere, designed many times at the national, state level. We start there, and then we infuse that curriculum or illuminate with the relationship with Christ, with the teachings of the church, so that students can really understand their faith and the culture that they're growing up with and really integrate the two of those every day. Well, the Catholic Service Appeal is important to our schools because the Office of Catholic Schools tries to support and provide leadership to the 31 Catholic schools in our diocese. And in those 31 schools, really it comes down to the students, the kids, and there's over 6,100 of them that we're trying to bring the ministry of Catholic education to. So without the Catholic Services Appeal, our office can't operate to support those schools. What responsibility do we have to the world in terms of helping our world become better and working for the common good? And so for our students, that sounds like a big thing to do, but it places everyday living into the context of Christian faith and what kind of impact will we have as leaders of the future.
The Office of Technology at the Diocese wants to provide more services, wants to provide more support to our parishes and to our schools. But the only way that we're going to be able to do that is if we have the appropriate funding. Social media seems to be where our young kids are and how they connect with each other. So utilizing that tool, utilizing that avenue to get connected, to get our word, to get our mission out there is really important for us right now. We also have a televised Mass that we've been running from the Cathedral of St. Andrews for a long time. Our goal is to take that also online, and we are planning to do a video on demand so that people can watch the internet Mass at their convenience. Technology is a tool to get out the mission of the Church.
And all of those opportunities that are provided using through CSA. And that's why we cannot in any way really form the ministers within the parish if we didn't have assistance from CSA. Because our role as the Office of Faith Formation is to ensure that the Catholic faith is passed on in its beauty and completeness to every child, youth, young adult, and adult person living in the diocese. And that's a mission that we take very, very seriously. Our real emphasis is, how do you come to know who Christ is? Because the dogmas of the Church make no sense unless you come to know truly who Christ is in your life, and how does that change the way you are in the world.
Last year at Catholic Charities, we helped over 26,000 individuals across our whole diocese, all 11 counties. We helped about 5,000 families in our preservation programs. And that means those families want to keep their children with them. They want to stay together as a family unit, and they're struggling for one reason or another. So we help them with those struggles. We go right into the home and help them work with their family, work with their children, become better parents, be able to budget, just be able to use the community resources, just really lift up those families so that they can stay together. Our whole goal at Catholic Charities is to keep the family as a unit because we know that's what's going to make our community stronger.
These are just a few examples of how, as a diocesan church, we are working together to serve the Lord and His people. Your support of the Catholic Services Appeal is essential for us to continue the extraordinary work of the Lord, who calls us to serve and proclaim His good news. Thank you for your past support of the Catholic Services Appeal. I invite you to prayerfully reflect on how you, in accord with the gifts that God has given you, can respond generously this year. May the Lord bless you in this holy season of His grace.